All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Sunday Night Charts with Jim of all trades. Woo! Yeah. Hey, what's up, Spartan Wrestler? Glad you made it live, man. Let's go. What's up, Seth? Good to see you, buddy. Keith M. Moonboy Counts. Well, I'm going to give you a balanced view, man. Balanced view. Sorry, buddy. But thanks for joining anyway. What's up, Kimo Sabe? What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. All right, let's see if I can get myself activated on the screen. 1, 3, 2, 1, activate. Boom! There I am in all of my glory. Can you see me? Can you see me? There we go. All right, guys, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and Forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. We're going to look at the charts tonight, guys. We're going to look 5s and 3s and see what we can see, guys. So glad you guys are here. Welcome. And let's get rocking. What's up, Vishal? Good morning to you. Good morning. It's evening to me. It's 9:05 p.m. Eastern time. Got the coffee. We got the microphone back home. So there I am. I'm back in the old saddle again. So yeah, I agree. I think the altcoins are kind of looking to pop. Maybe we'll see. So anyway, guys, let's take a peek at the charts here. We're gonna look at the macro. We're gonna look at the micro. I want to answer somebody who constantly makes negative comments on my channel. I'm not gonna name their name, but they're just constantly making. They never have anything positive to say, really. Kind of joking on me for calling, number one, saying I make calls. I don't make calls. I tell you what the wave structure looks like at any given moment and reserve the right to revamp my concept of what I think the market is doing as the market gives me information. So what we do as Elliott wavers is we look at the chart and we look for 5s and 3s. We try to understand them in known structures, and I share with you what structures could play, and I tell you if that structure plays, where it will go. But I'm not here to tell you where price is definitely going. I'm here to tell you what I think the chart looks like at this moment. And anyway, so if you're thinking I'm telling you that I know the future, you've misinterpreted me and what I'm doing on the channel. So stop with the crap. Stop with the stupid comments. They're just ignorant. You're showing your ignorance, and I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. So I'm here to tell you where I think wave structure is taking us at any given moment. Okay, I got a micro look, I got a macro look, and we're going to look at all of it and see where it's going. All right, so there you go, buddy. Shut up. Just stay off the channel, man, because I can't stand it. All right, here we go. Otherwise, listen to the entire live stream and watch you see what I'm looking at completely. Anyway, sorry guys, I just had to get that out of my system because I'm tired of the stupid comments that come my way. People just making idiotic, stupid comments that as if I act like I know the future. I don't know the future. I'm a YouTuber that has to put a catchy title up there. So if I put a catchy title up there, people will, oh, you're so bullish, you're so bullish. So if I pull a bullish title, all the bear boys come out. If I put a bearish title, all the bull boys come out. And then if I change my mind, or if I say, hey, the wave is doing something different, and this is what I think it's doing now instead of what I thought before. Oh, well, you got the calls wrong, and you're so stupid, and you're always changing. Listen, I reserve the right to change my mind day to day, man, day to day, because I don't trade. I don't make or lose money based on my macro count at any given time. It just gives me an idea where price might be headed. So, all right, I'm going to show you what I'm seeing on this particular chart. It's I'll show you what I'm seeing, and then you can do with it what you will. I'll just show you the signs. Yeah, the Aussies are in the future. Hey, Vishal is in the future. What's it like? What's Bitcoin like? What's Bitcoin like tomorrow morning, man? Because you're living in the future, bro. All right, let's go. Let's go. 28 of you here, 9 likes. Let's even those out if you would. Hook me up, guys. Let everybody know you like the channel and like Sunday night charts. All right, let's. I got my coffee. We're ready to rock. So let's jump in. The first thing I see, just the very first thing I see is that we broke below the 200. It's like up and down. I can tell you that. I'd nail it, man. Thanks, Dave Ferrara. You're right, I am, but sometimes I just get so frustrated, just ignorant people. I just want to call out their ignorance. But you're right, I should probably ignore it. I'd look better for sure. So yeah, sometimes I stoop. I just stoop down, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes. I'm a bad dude sometimes. So, all right, guys. First thing I see here is 200 moving average has been broken, has been retested, and it's bouncing off of that 200. So that's a bearish look right there. That's the first thing I see. Second thing I see is we have a trend here, a series of we got 1, 2, 3. 4-point trend here that, well, if you want to call it a 3-point trend, that was broken. Okay, so that 3-point trend is broken to the downside. What I see there personally is I see a 3-wave move. I see a 3-wave move that broke it. Okay, now what's happening here most likely to me is a 3-wave move back to the upside. What I'm seeing here is I see a potential 3-wave move back to the upside, retesting this breakout, retesting this liquidity zone more than likely, just looking at it from a wave standpoint, and then maybe some continuation to the downside. So for now, my concept is I'm kind of bullish right now in my outlook for this wave. I'd like to see this flat, if it is a flat, finish playing out. Now, that's going to happen in waves, and generally a flat finishes in 5 waves. So if that's a flat right here, we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's the way we would look for this wave to move like that. Okay, so I'm kind of bullish for now, but only for now because the macro is bearish. Okay, the macro has a downward bias. Okay, but again, that doesn't mean market's going down today. In fact, we could have the next month worth of bullishness. The next month, several weeks could be bullish. All right, and in that bullish trend, there's going to be days or maybe even a week of bearishness. Right, so that's the way the market moves at any given moment, guys. So just because I say I have a bias to the downside doesn't mean I'm looking for price to go down this week and that I'm even trading it to the downside right now. So that's something you've got to understand, what the macro is telling you. At the end of the day, I do see this wave to the downside. Now, how far is it going to go? It all depends on what the structure is, okay? If it's simply a 3-wave move, like I just drew right there, then we can look for it to come down to at least, I would say, minimum of $19,000. I would say 19K is a very, very, how do I say it? Very, very conservative target that we should expect to see 19K again. Sometime this year, I would imagine, or into next year, depending on how long it takes to develop. Now, you can see what I've drawn here. If it takes that long to develop, this is going to take us to the end of the year or close to it, if something like that plays out on the macro, okay? But that means that we're in an upward trend here on the smaller time frame, okay? That we're looking for price to go to higher targets. Last week, I said the same thing as I'm saying today, that the price structure that we're looking at here seems to have Bitcoin going to higher targets, okay, before we go down. So I don't think we're just going to go straight down from here, though we could, and I have some Elliott counts that take us down from here, and I'll show you how to identify that when in just a moment. So I do have a count that takes us down here, but the likelihood, it would seem to me, is more of this upward count taking us to retest this breakout more substantially. Okay, now we're going to look at all the counts. We'll look at the bearish count. We'll look at the bullish count. I'll tell you the count that I like. That doesn't mean just because I like a particular count over another count doesn't mean that structure is going to play out. I'll give you my reasoning for it. I'll tell you what structure I would expect to see, why I would expect to see it, and how it might play out in time on the small time frame as well as the large time frame. But just because I have a potential bias or I have a potential count that I like, that doesn't mean that count's going to play. In fact, I have been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again on counts that I like. But what we're doing on my channel is we're exploring the different ways in price structure that could be created on the chart based upon RSI analysis, based on correlation analysis, based on Elliott wave analysis, based on liquidity analysis, based on Wyckoff accumulation and distribution analysis. And we try to put all those concepts together, and we look and see where price might be going on the macro, where price might be going on the micro, and develop some trade ideas and a directional bias for the week. And it takes a while to navigate through that. We take a good hour and a half to 2 hours on Sunday nights to prepare for the week's trading, talking about the macro, moving down to the micro. Okay, looking at the correlation as well as looking at the DXY, the S&P, the Nasdaq, and other charts, any stocks that people like to look at. So that's Sunday night charts for you. That's what we do every Sunday, and that's what we're doing tonight. So anyway, if some of you are just wondering how do we approach the market, well, that's what we do, and those are the 5 strands or so of the analysis that we provide here on the channel. It's rational TA, guys. I'm not here to give you moon boy hype, and I'm not here to give you bear boy hype. I'm here to show you with this wave structure that I'm seeing on the chart and talk about the implications of where price might be going based on those wave structures. Guys, I know some of y'all know that, and it's old hat, and you're waiting for me to tell you what I think. And I'm sorry I'm doing that, but I want people that watch the channel, even the recordings later, can understand what we're doing and what we're not doing, so they'll be better able to enjoy the content here and understand the content of what we do. But we do the same thing every week. We look at the macro, we look at the micro, we look at RSI analysis, we look at liquidity analysis, we look at trend lines, support and resistance analysis, we look at accumulation and distribution analysis. We look at these things, and then we decide, okay, we get a bias on the macro, then we look smaller, say where are we within that context on the micro. And once we get a bias for Bitcoin and we finished Bitcoin, then we look across the market, Ethereum and ADA and XLM and XRP and different charts, just to try to get a sense for how are those charts correlating with Bitcoin. Okay, how are they rhyming? Are those charts rhyming? Are they all saying, yeah, we all have a bias to the upside, we all have a bias to the downside if you look at the Elliott wave structure, and then you just go from there. That's right, Crypto Fitter. It's 5s and 3s, and we put them together and we see if we can figure it out. All right, guys. So anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight. So let's get to it. All right, so again, just low-hanging fruit on the macro. We're bearish, okay? So we're bearish in price for now, okay? I know some people are wanting me to be bullish, but right now the market is saying, hey, I have broken the structure here, okay? And it's bearish for now. Now, when do I get bullish again on the macro? If price breaks back up above that trend line, I'm a little bit bullish again. Okay, I say, hey, we've broken back into that structure. Okay, now if price retests it and bounces off of it, it's confirmed bearish on the macro. So those are the things I'll be watching for. I'll be paying attention to the 200 moving average on the daily. Do we break back above the 200, or do we bounce off of it and come down? Okay, if we break back above the moving average, that's going to get us a little bit more bullish, but that may be part of a flat, even if we break back above the moving average there. Okay, so anyway, we've broken wave structure there on the daily. Now look at the daily RSI for a moment, and what you'll notice here is that we've broken structure here right there. We retested structure on the RSI, and now we bounced back off of it. You'll see that a little bit more consolidated on the 2-day. So if I look on the 2-day, let's see if I can get on the 2-day here. Boom, there it is. What you'll notice on the 2-day is we had a nice trend here. 1, 2, 3 hits right there. We've broken above it now. We've broken above. So in other words, the 2-day analysis of the RSI says the momentum has shifted to the bull side. The bulls, it is testing. Right now we're bouncing off the 2-day 50 range on the RSI. We're kind of hitting that there. And so it's looking a bit bullish right now, okay? On the daily and on the 2-day, the trend is to the upside. However, if we shift out to the weekly chart, if you shift out to the weekly chart, you can see what the weekly is showing us. The weekly is showing us a downtrend, okay? Is showing us hidden bearish divergence that has been playing out. In other words, we had from this peak here to this peak here. You'll notice that's called that divergence that you see in slope is hidden bearish. Okay, that's continuation divergence. That's letting you know that we had a 3-wave structure here that has finished. We finished it. We did not get the extended structure that I thought we might get, but rather we got a 3-wave structure that seems to be finished. What you'll notice here on the weekly chart is we have the hidden bear, and we have divergence between the 3rd and the 5th wave right here. Boom, boom. We actually have, do we have double divergence? We do not have double divergence there. We have divergence between wave 3 and wave 5, okay? Let's see what that's doing there. Hold on one second. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So that's right there is looking to the downside. Okay, because we got hidden bear on the weekly. So the weekly and the macro right now, the bias is down. However, on the daily and the 2-day, the bias is to the upside potentially. It's at least it's got a little bit more bullish outlook to it. Though overall we're still bearish. Okay, so that's what the daily and the weekly are telling us. Okay, just looking at it from that perspective. To give you a count here, we could have an A, a B, and a C wave that finished right up there, and that C wave would be counted 1, 2. This is a tough count there. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's a way to count that as a finished flat. That's one way to count it. There are other ways to count it. In fact, what you could do is say that flat finished right here. Now, this is an interesting count here. Okay, so we could say that flat finished right here. Okay, now if that's the case, then the divergence that we see, the regular bearish divergence that we see, is being caused by an expanded flat. Okay, now one of the structures that I've been talking about here, and I think would be phenomenal play for the market makers, is a very large and expanded flat, a very large expanded flat. Let me show you what I'm thinking here. What if you got an A wave right to there? And what if the B wave is not finished, but it's setting up for a move to the upside, okay? And then what if we get a C wave down to here? In other words, this wave right in here, as we're looking at this as a flat A zigzag B, okay? And now we're looking for 5 waves maybe to the upside here for a C wave. Some kind of a 3-wave move like that. In fact, what we could do is put it right here, put this count right here, and say, hey, maybe this finished right here. I mean, it's ugly as crap, but maybe it finished right here, and now we're in the middle of a larger wave, bullish wave to the upside here, and it could be 5 waves we're looking at right here, and we could be in the middle of wave 1 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. What that count would do is it would come and take out the top, take out the liquidity there. Okay, there's liquidity up here. All right, there's people that would go long as a breakout trader, and there are people that would stop out their shorts as a stop on the break of this high, potentially. So there's money up here to be had, okay? In fact, if price goes up here really fast, I think the whole market gets bullish again really fast. And what that would do is confirm the bullishness of all the bull boys, take out the liquidity, and then dump it. Boom. And all this liquidity that was developed down here, anybody that went long on this, putting their stops under this double bottom area, for instance. Now, that is a real play that's real plausible. And I kind of like it, to be honest with you. I like it. What that formation would be in the grand scheme of things, as long as price gets down to about 19,000, okay, is that could be a larger flat, A, B, and then we get C. Now it's going to take a long time to develop, okay? So that's going to take into next year, okay, to develop. So we got a lot of time. So the only thing you need to really be worried about with this count is if this thing starts to impulse to the upside, if this wave starts to impulse to the upside, if it takes out this liquidity, I wouldn't be so bullish. I would be a lot more bearish up here if we take out this liquidity. I'd be at least have a propensity to be more bearish there than bullish. What would happen is price would eventually take out the high, boom, right? And then take us on down again. Okay, it would reset on the daily and then take us down again. On the weekly chart, basically what that would look like, if I remove this, is this would be a retest of this trend line here on the weekly. If this goes up really fast, takes out this high on the weekly, we'd probably be retesting and then come back down again, okay, for another wave. Okay, and that would be boom, 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 like that. Reset the weekly. Okay, give us some maybe hidden bull, and then go on up for a third wave on the weekly. And that would be boom, boom, boom. Then we go up and take out this liquidity above 49K, and all of a sudden now you have a macro three-wave pullback retesting this downward move. That three-wave move back to the upside might preempt a larger three-wave back down, getting us down to the 4,000, 5,000, 12,000 range, depending on how low they want to take us. Okay? So there you go. There's a plausible and possible map of the future. Is it going to play? I'm not here to say it, but that's kind of a projection of what could play. And I really like that idea. I really like that to get really bullish this week maybe and into next week maybe. And we go and take out that liquidity at the top and then reject. So it's a good idea. I like it. But it doesn't necessarily have to play. It's just an idea I'm presenting to you. And there's a wave structure there that Elliott would account for. Okay? So, yeah. I'm really thankful for the 35 people that are watching. Welcome, guys. Glad you're here. All right, so there's an idea. I really like it. Looking at the weekly and looking at the daily, I can really see that playing out. I really can. And is it going to play out? I don't know. But certainly like the idea. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. Let's go down to the 8 hour. Not telling us much. Let's look at the 4 hour. Okay, 4 hour. What are you telling us on the 4 hour? Well, the 4 hours kind of here resetting back to the 50 right here. You'll notice that we're sitting right on the 50 roughly of the RSI. So it's in no man's land at the moment. Okay. So that means price often, what you'll notice is that if you draw a line, a flat line on the 50 on your RSI, let's get it right. Let's get it right in here, right close to 50. Boom. That's about as close as I can get. What you'll notice is that price will oscillate and play around the 50 quite a bit. Okay. So a lot of times it'll poke through it and then bounce back. Okay. So even play on the 40 and whatnot. So if you even pay attention to the moving average, that's if I hide the RSI, let me see if I can hide the RSI here. Boom. And I just show you the moving average. The moving average is beautiful. If you pay attention to the moving average, what you'll notice is that it really likes to play around on the 50. It breaks through it, comes back and retests the 50 on that moving average. So that's an interesting way to trade as well, just looking at the moving average. Okay, so we're coming down here to the moving average. It looks like we may have some potential more downside to come. Maybe we have to get down here to the moving average before we come back up. So that's something to pay attention to. Now, do we have to? No, it could bounce up. It doesn't have to bounce in that moving average, but it could, and it often does. Okay, but right now, price is playing around that. The RSI moving average is on its way down to it. That will probably see some oscillation or some bouncing off of it. So pay attention when the 4-hour moving average on which I have, that moving average for me, I'll just tell you my settings. I keep it set at 10. Okay, you can change your settings to whatever you want, but I keep mine set at 10, and I keep my RSI settings at 4. I keep my RSI settings at 10 as well. You can change it to 14 if you want. That changes the chart just a little bit, for sure. It changes the oscillation a bit. I like a little bit of a quicker signal, so I prefer 10 as my 10 candles as my number. But you can play with it. I don't know if I could argue for why I do 10. It's just something I've always done. It gives me a few extra signals, and I've learned to read it really well on the 10 there. So, hey, Cyprian from Poland, what's up, buddy? Vishal, thanks for that perfect score on my count there. Appreciate that. Anyway, so looking at the RSI, just saying, hey, we're at the 50. We're kind of in no man's land. They could really break it to the upside or the downside. So here's what I do in that case here. What I do is I draw counter trend lines on the RSI. Okay, when the RSI breaks back. Oh yeah, Chish from Poland, Cyprian S. Let me say hello to you. I'll do my best. Chisk. I think Chish. That's how you say it. Chish. Good to see you, buddy. Hello. We have a guy in our group named Marius, and anyway, he's great. He's awesome. Faithful member of our Discord for a long time. Anyway, he's a fantastic dude, and he lives in Poland as well. So I learned to speak that from him. All right. So anyway, yeah, I do my best, man. I do my best to say it. So I hope I didn't butcher it. Did my best. You're laughing at me, man. Don't laugh at me. It was an honor, sir. It was my honoring of your native language. All right. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, okay. Anyway, draw this counter trend line on the RSI. What that's going to do is kind of give you a trend support there for the RSI. It's going to let you know when the price movement on the 4-hour momentum has shifted out of a bearish bias back to a bullish bias. In other words, when it breaks back to the upside, okay, as letting you know, hey, we've broken a trend. We were trending to the downside. We've broken out of that, and we've now shifted bullish. And so that break of the RSI trend there kind of gives you a heads up that price is changing its pattern. That doesn't mean it can't come back down. It just means that price has changed out of the comparison to the previous candles. It's changed the pattern. Okay? So right now we've got a bearish look. Okay, and we have a bearish sentiment right now on the RSI and on price. However, a big green candle out of here, boom, something like this. If it wants to go like that, it totally could. If they want to do it, it could do that. Okay, and that would take the RSI way up. Okay, especially if we get a real fast moving, candle. It takes us up here, retesting this range. Kind of flagging out, retesting here, going again, creating some divergence. If we get a big, fast moving wave, which is possible here, okay, it's real possible. I think they're doing their very best right now to make it look super bearish. Okay, personally, I think that's what they're doing. This looks super bearish. Looks like it wants to come back down. And I think personally, I'm leaning personally to a sneaky bull. Sneaky bull. Now, I forgot to mention the title of tonight's video is that there's one chart, guys, that I think may be telling the story for where price might be going. Okay, and once I do my analysis on Bitcoin, I'm gonna show you the one secret chart. It's a secret chart. You got to stay tuned for it. But I'm going to show you the secret chart. It's not secret, guys. It's something I look at all the time. However, I think it's a chart telling us the story for where price might be going. If you pay attention to it, it might give you a map for how price might be moving. It's just an idea, but I think there's some power in that particular chart. I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. All right. So anyway, with that said, draw your 4-hour RSI. If you see a break of that to the upside and a close, okay, that's going to kind of let you know, hey, price has shifted. You might want to consider longing right now or being in a long position or closing your short positions if it breaks back to the upside. That's going to be a signal. Okay. Also, if it breaks back up above the moving average, which will be close to that trend breakout, that'll also tell you as well. All right. So anyway, what is going on from an Elliott wave perspective on the 4-hour chart here? What's happening here? Well, there's a couple of things we could do here. Here's one count. We got a 1-2 right there. Okay, 1-2. We could call this wave 3 right here. This could be wave 4, and that could be a wave 5. You say, Jim, that looks like 3 waves. It sure does. But one thing you can do is call this an extended fifth, where you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extended 5th wave. No problem. That's 5 waves, and that could be 5 waves finishing this a 5-wave move right here. In other words, oh, come on. This could be an A wave to here, a B wave to there, and that could be C. And how do you count that C wave? 1, 2, 3. Awful deep 4, really deep, but it doesn't break into the territory of 1. Okay, and then 5. All right, so there's an ABC for you. That could be 3 waves. It's finished. And what you've got going on right here is actually a reversal. Okay, it could be a reversal. We get just small pullbacks, 3 waves. Okay, and then go. But this wave might be of such a case that we pulled back to the 50 or a little deeper. This might be ready to be bullish and just kind of keep going. And it's sneaky bull. It's sneaky bull. It just kind of keeps pushing, keeps pushing, keeps pushing. And it looks bearish. It looks like it's going to come down for a corrective wave, but they keep pushing it. Excuse me. And they keep pushing it. So yeah. So I'm thinking that's a real possibility here that this could be a sneaky bullish wave. Much like this wave right here. All right. So we could be in for a big surprise to the upside, a big bullish surprise that takes us up very quickly. So I'm personally in favor of a long here. I'm personally long in my own trading right now in this. I'm prepared to hedge. If the wave comes down here and wants to come down here and retest this zone, I'm prepared to hedge, but nevertheless, I'm bullish on the 4-hour chart. I believe for now, even though the bias here is in a downward trend, I think there's a real chance that this thing could be sneaky bull and head up for a while. Okay. Now, again, we may still have some more downside to go, guys. This wave may take days to develop. Okay, this may kind of come up, come down, and then go. Okay, all right. So this could be very sneaky bull here, and this may take quite a while to develop. This may take an entire week. I don't know. What I just drew on the chart right there could take a week to develop. So we might be playing in this range all week. We may not be going anywhere this week. Okay. Just keep that in mind, okay? They seem to be taking their time in these ranges here. So you're going to have to learn to trade these small ranges, trade these areas. We in our Discord, we love ranges like this. We love it when price chops around. This is when we rock it, man. That's when Seth is on fire with his schlongs and And you learn to trade this chop here, and we look, in the smaller time frame for trades, right? But nevertheless, we understand that on the 4-hour, guys, this could be bullish, and that's going to be confirmed when we get a break above this trend line here and a break above the moving average. That's going to get confirmed bull. Okay? All right, so there's a bullish idea, and that kind of, this count here is supported or supports the idea that we go up and we take this top out. So 31K, yeah, real possible. 32K, absolutely. 33K, yeah, it's possible. It's on the table. It all depends on how fast and how high they want to take this wave. If they want to bull this wave, okay, and continue to bull it this to the upside, no problem, guys. They could do it, no problem. So I'm biased to the bull side. So that's my main analysis. Now let me talk about what to expect if it's bearish. Okay, here's some bearish ideas for you. Now ultimately, I'm bearish on the macro. That means even if it comes up here, even if it takes out the high, I'm going to be looking for rejection that comes on back down into this range, maybe retests this low, pulls back, and then continues to the downside. I would expect to see this thing could stay in this range another, several months before we finally see some continuation into next year on the downside. That's a real possibility. Okay, so October, guys, might be a month that is going to be a real possibility of bullish. Okay, we could get between now and the end of October, middle of October, this could be, depending on how fast they take it up, could be a very bullish wave. Okay, between now and the end of October. Then it could reject, but it's probably going to play around up here for a little while, play here, hit it again, okay, before it comes down. It's probably not going to come straight down, okay? They're going to take time out of the market, okay? So we got time to look at that. So ultimately, excuse me one second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had got a bit of a cold, and I started choking. So sorry about that. Excuse me. That's what I got, man. That's what I got. Oh well, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. All right. So what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so we've got time to analyze all that, but this is ultimately on the macro. It's a bearish count. This is not a bullish count. It's a bearish count. Though for the next month or so, it could be bullish, right? So yeah. But for the next week or two, it could be ultimately bearish here for the next couple of weeks. If we get a fake out of the upside and then a down, and that would create some kind of move like that, right? Before we go up. And that would be a 1 and a 2 wave. All right. Now it's just an idea. But what else could this be? Okay. If it's bearish. What else could this be? Well, if it's bearish, this kind of resembles a flat here, guys. It kind of looks like a flat. And if that's the case, guys, this could just come bust into the downside here, really just like that. Okay, so this could just roll over, guys, and tear down to the downside. All right. So if it wants to do that, the 4 hours bearish here. We got hidden bearish divergence. Well, it's not strong hidden bear, really, to be honest with you. I take that back on the 4 hour. We did have hidden bear though on the weekly and whatnot. It's still playing out. I mean, it already played out. It's still playing out, but yeah. So this thing could roll over and keep going down. And what we have going on here, this is a scary count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 to the downside. Now, what that would mean is that's a mega bear count. That's my mega bear count right there. Okay, and the way that looks on the chart, we got 1, 2. We're going to put 3 way down here. 4, 5 right there. Okay. So then we're going to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so, in other words, this is about to just turn over, roll over, capitulate, and go straight down. Okay? And it's going to scare the crap out of everybody. It's going to really mess up everybody. Okay? So if you got a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you're going to have a 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. I mean, excuse me, a 4, 5. Excuse me, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay? And that's going to develop like that. What would that be in the grand scheme of the counts here? A, B, C. So if we're mega bear, that's what we're looking at. Okay? Now what would that be if we get something like that? Now that would take us through the end of the year and into next year as that just tanks. All hell's breaking loose in the markets. The markets are going down. Everything's going down. And then what that would be is the ABC, the second ABC of a larger flat. Okay? So we'd say that's A, that's B. We look for C. So I've offered 2 counts and 2 variations of this B wave right here. This B wave in an expanded flat here on the chart is just another form of the previous count that I gave you, where the B wave takes more time, comes up, takes more liquidity, and then comes down. Okay, so that's a possibility that we're just mega bear right now. We're just extremely bearish. It's possible. I don't know which count's going to play. I'm ready for both. I'm ready to trade both. I tend to think they're going to come and take the high. It would be more lucrative for the market makers, I would guess, for them to come and take the liquidity that's sitting up here, develop some more people going long so they can sell into them and then bring it down here before they take it up later. Okay, to take all the liquidity in these ranges up here. They're gonna fake out the downside, take that little low out, okay, and then come back up and take out all the liquidity up here before they end up coming down here for real. Then you're gonna have a period, guys. You're gonna have a period of a couple of years down here where they're playing, where you're gonna get a 1 wave and then a wave 2. It's just gonna take years. Okay, it's just, in fact, what I've drawn here is years worth of price action. I can't tell you where price is going and what it's definitely going to do. Just offering. This is the way markets move, and this is why they move there, because there's liquidity in these areas. Okay. So anyway, that's all I'm showing you. So that's a bear count. We got a bull count. We got a bear count. Both of them are fairly bearish here, and I have lost my love and feeling for that big expanded flat that takes us way up here. Now, could we still be in that wave? There's an outside chance, guys. There's an outside chance that we do get a wave up to here from this level. It's an outside chance. I don't like the wave structure. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the wave structure at all. But the way I would count that would be an extended 5th wave where this is a 1 and a 2. All this is wave 3. Okay. All this is wave 4, and we get an extended 5th. And I would say probably 43K is the target zone we'd be looking for. 42, 43. Based upon fibs. I don't like that count. This wave structure doesn't look right to get up here. I don't think that's where we're going. I do not believe that's where price is heading. Could it? Yes. And am I bullish right now? Yeah, I'm bullish right now. So I do think we're going to get an up wave here. Is it going to go take this top and then reject? Very likely. Could it keep going and come up here? I imagine it could. I'm ready for both. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this wave as it develops. We'll keep track of it on a daily basis in our Discord and on the morning stream and the night stream and the evening live streams. And then we're going to, we'll keep track of it and keep on it. All right? We're not worried about it. We're going to trade it as it comes. All right. Let's look now at the chart that you've been waiting for, the chart that I think is telling the whole story. Michael Anthony, do you have something related to crypto that makes any sense here? I'm not sure if you're spamming the channel or not. I'm not sure I understand the relevance of what you're saying. Keep it relevant to what we're talking about, or don't comment, my man. Okay. Now, in a few weeks, millionaires. I don't think so, DT. Kimosabi. Explain quad witching. Whatever that means. Vishal, I used to. I haven't traded the Forex in about a year. I love it. I'll look at any pair, man. Any pair you want me to look at. When I take your request, I'll be glad to look at it for you. I love trading Forex. I just haven't done it in a while. No, Michael, that's fine. I just want to make sure I understood the pertinence. It almost sounded like you were like a bot or something. Selling something. I was trying to figure it out. No worries, brother. Are there any stocks you want me to take a peek at? I love looking at stocks. Elliot works great on stocks. So yeah, man, let me know what your favorite stocks are. All right, so let's look at ADA for a minute. No, I appreciate you, Michael. Though, no worries, man. Hang around. We love looking at stocks, and not many guys look at stocks, and I've helped a lot of guys. I got a couple guys in my group that just trade stocks, and they use me for they ask me about charts all the time, and I share. So if you want to come to the Discord, all you got to do is request a chart, and I'll give you some analysis on it and tell you where I think it's going. I just haven't been actively trading those in a while. Yeah, I'll check those out shortly. Let me finish looking here at the crypto market here. All right, here it is. ADA, guys. ADA is the chart that I think looks real plausible as as an upward move here. Okay, we've already broken and retested a trend here, so it looks actually quite good. DT, I'd love to hear your position on that. What are you thinking there? So here's what I'm thinking for ADA. So I'm looking at this as an expanded flat on the macro. Okay. All right. So I see 3 waves here. Now I'm looking for 3 waves here. This looks like it needs to go up and then roll over. And that's what I'm expecting Bitcoin to do, to kind of pump up and then roll over. Okay. Now I don't know how long it's going to take to pump. Okay. And then roll over. But that's exactly what it may do. Okay. So looking at this, I'm looking at a wave like that to kind of match this wave right there. And so you got 3 down or 5 down, 3 up, 5 down. Boom. Maybe that's 3, maybe that's 5, 3, 5, or 3, one of the two. But I'm looking at this as a combo wave, basically. Hitting the low, getting everybody bearish, and then boom, taking it up fast and furious, okay? And then that's what I'm expecting in the Bitcoin market. Now, if that's the case, and this happens as fast as I think so, okay, and this could take a little longer here as well. So if I draw, as this is a parallel channel here, all right, we're looking for price to come on down here. Let's do fib time. 1-to-1 in fib time. Well, if we do, yeah, there's, okay. Here's a 1618. 1-to-1's way back here. We're already past it. Here's a 1618. So it would have to come down pretty fast. That gets us down here somewhere mid-October. So we'll see. See how that plays. Okay. Now, so ADA, I'm liking that. I'm liking that WXY there, and then I want to see it pump up the jams, baby. I want to see it go and go hard. Okay. On the 3-day, we're still in this trend. Okay. Here's what you want to watch for. On the 3-day, you want to see the 3-day bust through this trend to the upside. Okay, and that's going to let you know and you want to see it close. That's when you're going to know it's going to be bullish. More than likely, this is going to go up and then roll over and come down, and that's going to do something like this on price, and then eventually it's gonna bust up and out of here. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see on ADA. All right, so ADA is the chart I'm watching for in the macro. So on the micro, let's look at it on the micro. In the grand, I'm looking at this to go up. I'm looking for this to be an up wave. All right. So I like ADA for a long in this range. This may not be finished. This current wave may not be done. All right. So it looks like we've got some kind of an A wave to here. Unless that could be a triangle. A, B, C, D, E. Boom. Done. Triangle. I'm not a big fan. That could be A, B, and then C. That could be, yeah. Now, if this thing rolls over, and takes its low out, it can. That might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finishes, takes that low out, finishes, and then we get the reversal. So it might be bearish for a bit, maybe, unless this thing wants to just go from here. That would be great. I would love that. I'm not sure that that's going to play, but I would love that as a prospect if it just goes. But if it rolls over, takes that low, no problem. I just don't want it to take this low here. Okay, I guess it could. It could take that low. I think I'd feel better if it didn't, as an A, 5 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves, boom. Okay, but overall, I'm looking for a 3-wave move to finish developing here. It doesn't even have to come up this high. It could just come up here and retest. I just want to see a 3-wave shape finish. And once that 3-wave shape is finished, I'm looking for a big dump in ADA. So that's my main idea for ADA, and I think maybe it's telling the tale. Big push to the upside, boom, and then we roll over on the higher time frames. Okay, so what would that mean for Bitcoin? Again, let's go to the 90-minute chart, just like I was just on. Okay, what would that mean? Big push to the upside, okay, and then we roll over and we go down. Same idea. Okay, and I think that's a real possibility. I think that's real plausible for ADA. Let's take a peek at XLM now. XLM, let me get that off my chart. I was just looking at that as a potential finished wave. I'm not sure if it is or not. We are on the 1-hour chart on XLM. Looks like we are. Oh, my bad. We got 59 minutes left on this candle. We'll have to wait and see. Actually, we just had a close. So we just closed an hourly candle above the trend here, the current trend. So that's a break. That's a break in price structure on the hourly basis. Okay, so that's letting you know that this hourly trend to the downside is now currently showing stronger momentum to the bull side at the moment. Okay, we have a big engulfing green candle on the hourly. Okay, it's broken. Okay, now it hasn't broken price. It has not broken the price structure, so it's not confirmed. Once this breaks and closes above the price structure, that's going to get more bullish here for a wave to the upside here on XLM on the small time frame, 1 hour and less. Okay, this could simply be a flat here and then roll over and continue down. Could totally do that. We could get rejection right now. We've seen breaks before come right back in. Okay, that happens. No problem. So we see that happen all the time. But right now, that is a little bit of a signal to the upside. We'll see how the next candle develops and plays. Okay. I'm having a really hard time with the macro count on XLM. Okay, because I was looking for this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 5. Okay, A, B, and C. Finish up and let's go down. But that's not what we got. That's not what we got at all. In fact, we got this, what seems to be a 5-wave move. We got a 3-wave move back. And now we didn't get a 5-wave move here. That's not 5 waves. It's a big 3 waves. So I'm wondering if this is some kind of a 3-wave move there. I'm sorry. Let me try it this way. What if this is a 3-wave move there? What if this is a really ugly 3-wave down? All right. What if we get a 3-wave, 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 and all of a sudden this turns into an ending diag? Okay, and that's what XLM turns into. So we get bullish here. It goes up in 3, much like this wave right here. Okay, but bigger, and it ends in a diag. Okay, so I'm really bullish if this trend gets broken to the upside. Okay, we're testing it right now. If we break that to the upside and on a closing basis to the upside here, I get bullish, more bullish on XLM. Okay, looking at the RSI, what you'll notice here is we had a downward trend. We had a downward trend that was really strong, and now it's been going sideways here. Okay, it's been going sideways here on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so that's kind of bearish there. But the moment we get a break of this, man, if this thing can break to the upside, and shoot, if it breaks past the 50 here, that gets real bullish. Okay, It may retest. Okay, that's fine. And continue going up. But we're getting bullish in this wave. If that wants to go on the 4-hour basis and wants to break to the upside. So I'd love to see this as an A, B, and then a big ending diag C. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to play or not, to be honest with you guys. That's one way to look at this wave structure. The other way to look at this wave structure is that this is ultra bear. Okay, this is an ultra bear count where this just goes. This is A, that's B. We got some kind of ugly C. It is what it is. There's, it doesn't have a great count. Oh well, get over it. Yeah, and we're heading down. Okay, so what we could see is this could be some kind of flat here that then just continues to roll over and go down. So this was some kind of intermediate wave here that breaks down and goes. Okay, so there's your bear count for XLM. Ready for that as well. If you see this move right here, or it kind of went straight down, kind of came back up and then rolled over, and then came back up, boom. That was a flat right there that came back down. So we got this ugly 3-wave. We got a 3-wave. Maybe this comes up, boom. So maybe this is some kind of ugly 3-wave that comes down. That's bearish. Other than that, maybe this is some kind of an ending diag as well. Boom, boom. Maybe it has one more low to go. Okay. Right now, it's looking like it's a flat on the small time frame, and it's got more downside to go. All right, so this may have to roll over and come down some more. Now, the ending diag count that I shared on XLM gets invalidated really at a break of this low right here. So that idea is no go if this low gets broken. If that low gets broken, no go. What else could it be? Well, some other ideas here. What if we have 3, 3, and this becomes 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that's a connecting flat, which then goes up. So in other words, we spike to the upside, roll down, spike up. Okay, now that kind of challenges and doesn't really correlate very well with my Bitcoin count, I don't think, unless Bitcoin plays around down here some more. Not a big fan of it, but it could play, I imagine. But I really like maybe a wave to the upside here and then down again, and that would give you some kind of a 5-wave move. That could be 3, 3, 5, boom, and then we're really bullish again. So not a bad idea. I don't mind that idea at all. We could come down and take this low out if it wants to. Up, down, boom, something like that. Take this low out, and then all of a sudden, boom, and that becomes a flat. And still up we go. Then all of a sudden, this becomes an is what it is wave. That becomes 3, 3, 5, something like that. So lots of things XLM can do. It's not super clear. It was a nice chart for a while. It was looking really good in here until this thing just took out this area. I was thinking up we go for a 5th wave. That would have been perfect for me, and then down. But they came down with it now. So that is what it is. There was a beautiful on the 4-hour, beautiful trend here. In fact, if you just draw that trend line right there, we had a break of structure right here on this wave, a retest of it on the 4-hour, and continuation. That was beautiful. So that was a beautiful short. I caught the top of this, but I didn't hold it for all of that. But I did take some profit here and there. Right now, I'm looking for another move to the upside. I'd like to see it go back up to the upside. So that's XLM there. Look at BCH for a moment, Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash has been interesting, and somebody brought it to my attention in our Discord. It's kind of moving in an interesting way here. Excuse me. This really resembles 5 waves to the downside, but you know, it resembles it. 1, 2, 3, 4, some kind of ending diag 5. So that's a potential there. 5-wave move. Now, what was this? Well, it looks like 3 waves. Boom, boom, boom. That looks like 5, which is interesting because, you know, or this could be 3. That could be an ugly 3. Now we're heading down for another 5. Boom, we come down and then go up. I mean, that's a potential count there. Or this is just an ugly 3 waves, okay? And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go up 3, 3, maybe even 3. That's real super ugly. Going out to this higher time frame, what you'll notice is the monster hidden bullish divergence on this thing, on this move to the downside. You see the hidden bull? It's crazy monster. Okay, we broke. This is on the This is on the daily chart. We've broken and retested and continued to the upside there on the daily. Okay, so in other words, this is kind of bullish price action here on the daily. Doesn't mean it can't come down and then go up more. It just means that, hey, this is kind of on the way up. The momentum is to the upside here. This downward momentum has been broken. Now, can this continue to the downside? Absolutely, it can. In fact, it does look like 5 waves. So boom, boom. You could get a wave like this, 3 waves down. We could get real dumpy here and then real pumpy, okay? And that becomes a 3-wave move, just like that, before we get more down. And that would satisfy the hidden bullish divergence that we see on the larger time frame. So there's BCH for you guys. That's just a possibility of wave structure there. So what's kind of rhyming here? Well, I mean, again, you know, XLM might have some more downside here. I'd love to see a little flat here, and then maybe a continuation to the downside. Maybe give you a 5-wave move, so we finish a downward move, and then we get bullish here for some kind of a bigger 3-wave move. This spike would correlate with Bitcoin's spike, because Bitcoin here, remember, Bitcoin could really spike, you know, go up a little bit, spike down. Okay, boom, boom, boom. There it is. So up and then down, small time frame before it spikes big. Okay, so you can kind of see the charts kind of rhyming here, right? You can kind of see the charts needing a little bit of a bounce here. Boom, back to the level of the 4th wave of the previous degree. You get A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Boom. Maybe take out the low, maybe not. A, B, C, and then spike. So little pop to the high, dump it, pop it again. Okay? So again, the charts are beginning to rhyme with that kind of a shape. Okay? Up, down, up. Okay? Up a little bit, fake it out, everybody. Down, hit the lows, get everybody bearish. Boom. Go take the highs. Spike it. Boom, boom, boom. And then we have a major dump later on in the year. Okay? Real possibility there. Seems to be rhyming on the charts. Let's see if that kind of plays out here. So how would that look on the ADA chart if that plays out? I hate to get rid of that. How would that look here? Let's see here. We get a little pop to the high. Boom. So we got 3 waves down, 3 waves up. Boom. We get a pop to the high, pop to the low. A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. And that kind of finishes this wave. Boom. Before down. So it's play. I mean, they're kind of rhyming. That's a wave structure I could totally see playing here. Little pop here, downward move, boom, upward. Same thing on BTC. Little pop here, downward move, boom. Let's go. Let's go. And all that would be setting up for a really big dump that we want to be watching. Okay? I'm on Femex. Vishal, I'm on Femex. All right, 37 of you watching. Man, it's kind of a dull night tonight, guys. Where is everybody? Where is everybody tonight? All right, let's look at XRP. Just get XRP is kind of looking the same way, guys. You see this hidden bullish divergence developing. I see a pop to the high coming with another low. That looks real possible right there, guys. Now this could roll over and take out the low, or it could be a reversal with a move down and then a move up. That looks real possible here. It could go on up and finish, and this would be a three-wave correction. Okay, so a little pop to the high down here, and then boom, up we go before a bigger downward move. Again, charts are rhyming here, guys. Charts are rhyming. I really like this wave structure. This wave structure seems real plausible. So something playing around down here. Pop the high, make a flat. Boom, boom, boom. Take the low. Could it just roll over? I mean, I suppose it could. But that's an idea that the chart kind of resembles and looks like. Okay, what else? What else? What else? All right, let's take a peek at the DXY, guys. DXY, I'm seeing bullish, guys. I'm bullish on the 3-day. It has broken structure to the upside, but there's hidden bear on the chart on the 3-day chart. But what am I seeing on the 3-day chart? The 3-day chart is looking like a flat. Boom, boom, boom. I'm eyeballing 108, 109, 110. That's the range I'm watching for. I want to see a break of structure. I want to see a break of structure. But I want to see it overbought. I want to see it overbought, then break structure. So I want to look and watch this trend. We're in no man's land on the 3-day. I do see the potential for some kind of a little pop to the downside, and then more up, something like that. But really, this is a very bullish construction. This is very bullish here. I see this probably gonna break out to the upside, get way overbought on the daily, something like this. Break out, retest, hit it again, reject. Okay, that's the way I'm looking at DXY. So I'm bullish for now. That's my bias. Okay, in light of that, I'm looking for maybe some upward momentum on the S&P as well. Let's take a peek at the S&P. Here's the S&P. Now, S&P is ultimately right now very bearish. My macro count is bearish. Okay. Ultimately, you can see the I've got 3 waves. I got a 5-wave move to the downside marked here, and then I got 3 waves to the upside that could be finished or may not be finished. Okay. In other words, this might be the reversal, or it might be some kind of some kind of a intermediate wave where we get one more high and then we reject. Okay, so I see that as a possibility here. But the S&P ultimately looking for a downward move back down to 3,000. Actually, I'm looking for about 24, 25, maybe even $22,000 on the S&P. We might get this low, take out this low here. I'm pretty bearish on the S&P. However, I do recognize that this structure up here could take a more complex approach before it comes down. So if it wants to get complex and stay up here for a couple of years in this range, it could. But I'm wondering here if this thing is just going to rock to the downside and have a major crash coming. So not sure about that. In Nasdaq, same count, guys. Same count. I see this as a finished wave or almost finished. If it's not finished at all, if it's got one more hit to the high, maybe. I got 5 waves down. I'm looking at this as a finished 5-wave move to the upside. This is reversal, the way I would see it. If you look at the 3-day, we have broken structure on the 3-day. 3-day chart is very bearish. Okay, 3-day bias, very bearish. We are broken. Now, could we retest? Yes, we could. That means if we retest this high up here, create divergence here, what that may mean is we need one more wave. So this could be a 5-wave move here, like that. We'd have to look at this as a WXY. Instead of a 5-wave move, we'd look at this as breaking the high, and then down we go. Or down we go from here. But we're close. We're toppy, guys. We're toppy. We are very toppy. All right. Now, Vishal, you asked me about Euro USD. I'm going to take a peek at Euro USD now. Why don't you guys put your requests, go ahead for stocks or for, let me know if it's a stock though. Also for crypto, and I'll run through the charts really fast, give you just a general look for what I'm seeing, and then we'll conclude. I'll just give my general bias for the week. Okay, let's look at Euro USD. Okay, yeah, looking pretty bearish on the Euro USD. It's pretty easy. It's correlating with the DXY as well. We got a flat rocking. So in other words, I'm looking at this as an A, looking at this three-way move as a B, and looking at this as C. Okay. Looking at the daily chart, this could totally play around down here, come down, retest this liquidity. I would put a retrace tool on this move. You could do the entire move to the upside or right to there. I would be targeting 1007, 1012, potentially to the downside. That would be the area I'd be watching right in here, potentially. So if this dumps steadily to the downside, be looking for a pump out of this range. So I would maintain a bearish bias to the downside until down here, more than likely. If for the way I would protect myself from trouble is if we get a price break, if price breaks out of this to the upside, we're going to look at the wave structure, but basically we start to get a little bit more bullish if this price breaks that wave structure. Okay, also, if price breaks out of this wedge to the upside, it looks like a wedge is forming in the RSI on the daily. Okay, so we're going to draw these trend lines right here. We're going to draw that trend line right there. And we're going to see if price maintains within this area, looking for lows. Once we get oversold here, I'm expecting price to get oversold down here somewhere, play around, hit it one more time, more than likely, create some divergence. Boom. It'll break out on this wave, retest the low, stop hunt here, create divergence, and then move on up out of here. So I'm expecting the Euro USD to pump as the DXY is dumping. So that's kind of what that's what I would watch for. That's my main idea for Euro USD, and it looks pretty good. Hope you like it, Vishal. Hope that helps you tremendously in your trading. We're remaining in this range, downward trend right now. That's obvious, but we haven't, your next trade is, it just depends on what's formed here. Okay. What's formed here. So if this breaks to the downside, that's going to be, it just depends on how long of a trade you want to be holding, right? And it'd be better if price comes up here, does not break out of price, RSI resets. If RSI resets up here, but price isn't resetting and taking out highs, then I'd be shorting any kind of, so whatever structure on the 4-hour chart, whatever structure is created here, I'd have a counter trend line and watch for the break of it. And I'd be shorting any break of any structure that's formed here. I'd be shorting it. I'd be looking for shorts on the Euro USD. I would not be looking for longs. Longs will be short-lived. I'm looking for shorts for now. I change that bias the moment we break this trend line to the upside. Okay, the moment this trend line gets broken to the upside, that bias kind of gets changed a little bit. Daily trend, if we break out of this trend here to the upside, my bias gets to the upside. I change my mind. I start looking for longs. Okay, this could break out, retest, make a lower low, and then go. That's fine. It could do that. That would give you divergence on the chart, more than likely. So anyway, watch out for something like that. Watch the wave structure here. Watch what develops. See if you get another low. So if that's a 3 wave that develops, this may be another low. Okay, Vishal, there you go. If you need help and you want some daily interaction with the Euro USD, come join the Discord. Love to have you in there, man. I've had a request by a couple people for more Forex analysis, so I'll be glad to give you any kind of help you want to have there. What's up, Fit Dad Anthem? Tell me what was awesome. I don't even know what you were referring to, man. Vishal, tell me what you thought of the Euro USD analysis today. That was just a quick analysis. Let's look at Link from my buddy Keith. Yeah, getting that little flat I was calling, guys. Watch out for a dump after that, guys. So, in other words, the way I'm looking at this little pump that we're getting, is we've got 3, then we've got 3, 3, 5. Okay, now I'm looking for 5 up, and then maybe another hit to the low. Watch out for such a move. Okay, watch out for such a move. So taking out this liquidity here, it's a bunch of liquidity right in this range here. Okay, take that out, and then come down, take this liquidity out, and then on we go. And that would give you a 3-wave structure to the downside. Okay. Yeah, not going to 100K today, buddy. Sorry. Metafic. The Discord, Vishal, is you get the link when you become a Patreon supporter. So yeah, you join the Patreon, man. And it'll be well worth money spent. So if you're not happy with the information you get on a daily basis, just let me know. I'll refund you after a week. So give it a try, guys. Give it a try. Get a week's tryout. If you're not happy with it, let me know. All right. Oh, awesome, Fit Dad. Awesome. Glad we're agreeing there on the S&P. It could get complex, but looking for a down. We're toppy up there, I believe. All right, let's look at let's see, where is it? Keith wants Link. Let's look at Link here. BCH, there we go. Link. All right. Link is let's see, making this bigger move here. So let me. Oh, I've had the hardest time with Link here because we didn't make a 5th wave there. So there must be 5 waves here already done. I'll tell you what, Link looks bearish as a mess, man. See this wave right here? This looks super similar. I've had the hardest time, Keith, with Link. I got 3, 3. A, B, C. What is that? Pump up the jams, man. Yeah, that's a short. It's not a clear short. I'd wait for confirmation. Overbought on the 15, on the 5. 1 hour, not so much. There's plenty of room in the 1 hour. Plenty of room on the 4 hour, but yeah, see how we broke out on the 4 hour. But we got an hour and a half left on this candle. So if this 4 hour closes above this area, that's a little bit bullish, right? But this looks awful stop hunty. Looks stop hunty. I'm trading XLM. Let me take a peek at that in the small time frame. What do you see? That looks like a flat all day. Boom, boom, boom. That looks so three-wave-ish. Doesn't that look done to you? Boom, 3 waves. Man, that looks like 3 waves. 15-minute. It broke out. I hope it's reversal, man. I hope it goes. I hope it goes. I hope this flies. Could this fly? Could that be the pullback right there? Boom, right there, and that's a 1-2. Yeah, absolutely. But just be aware that this is a potential move here. That we got A, this is B, and we get a C. Just be aware that that count is there. Okay. Now, could this break out and just go on up? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So this isn't a clear short. I wouldn't be shorting this without any kind of confirmation, to be honest with you, because this has the potential to pump here. Just depends on the close of the 4 hour. We have not looked at the theory. Oh, I was looking at Link. Man, I'm telling you what, I don't understand the Link wave structure, man. I don't, Keith. I really, really wish I could see it and understand it. I can't see it. Doesn't look like a triangle. It looks pretty bearish though, so it kind of gives me the sense that this was kind of done right here. Maybe some kind of really ugly move. Could there be a triangle in there? I mean, I don't. It's really ugly. A, B, C, D, E. I don't know, something like that. In which case, we'd be looking at this as some kind of 1, 2, maybe back up to here and then down. So if we get that spike and then down, but it would seem to me that this liquidity needs to be taken out. Boom, and then up we go to take out that liquidity. So this is a tough one. We're getting the pump, guys. We're getting a real pump here. Nice. You can see my ETH chart. The ETH chart's another chart that I really like to the upside, but I don't know how it's going to go up, right? I never know how it's going to go up. But this looks like 3 clear waves. 3 clear waves to the downside. And now let's go. Let's go. Yeah. But I'm skeptical of this little pumpy candle right now. I'm just super, super skeptical about this candle. That's a beautiful candle, though. I love it. I love it. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5. That looks like a flat, guys. It really does. I got 3 here. I got a flat here. And then I got a 5-wave move there. That looks super much like a flat. I know it's exciting to see it pump, but you got to stay level-headed, guys. Got to stay level-headed. I like 26,800. Come up and hit the 26.8. Come up and hit the 2618. That's a nice target zone. and then reverse. And then what that is a big flat. 3 waves down, boom. 3 waves up, boom. 3 waves down, and that finishes. So that becomes a 1-2. 1. Boom, there's 1, wave 1. See that wave 4? It's really ugly. Okay. There's 5, and then this becomes A, B, a flat B, and now we get C to the downside. Boom. Watch out for that count, but if you get that count, I'd be looking for a long. I'd be looking for a long around 25.6. After 5 waves have formed here to the downside, I'd be looking for a long if you get this. So guys, if this week this downward wave begins to form, okay, and it doesn't go up, so is this possible that we could go up? Yeah, it's possible. But if it doesn't form, if that wave doesn't form to the upside and this rolls over and comes down, I'd be watching this area for a 3-wave move and then be looking for a long out of that. Okay, that's a real possibility. I would love for this just to be a long out of here. Boom. And they don't give anybody a pullback because I'm already long in XLM. Looking to hedge my position here. So in XLM, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this as a real possibility here, as a 3-wave move. This looks very 3-wave-ish. Okay. So I'm looking at that and saying, hey, I got a potential 3-wave move here. Now, could this become an impulse wave? Absolutely. Could be some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if it wants to keep on going up. Okay. Then I'd be really watching out for this as some kind of a flat with more downside to go. Okay. Or which is a real possibility here. And if it does that, if that happens for ADA, come up here and then boom, hit the low, that would be just fine. I would have A, B, C, and have a nice 5-wave move here. C, and then a bigger spike. So we spike to the high, hit the lows, spike. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for Bitcoin, right? We've spiked here to the high, but we've already spiked. So I'm wondering if that XLM count is even valid. If we're going to spike to the high at all. This flat may be all we get. This little flat right here, maybe all we're getting. Boom, and then down. And this is some kind of a wave 4 right in there. Wave 5. And then we get, boom, boom, boom. And then we go. Okay. I'm sorry about Link. Keith. I'm not seeing the wave structure. It is a no trade zone for me, man. I would not be trading Link. It is not a clear chart. It's a sucky chart. I'd stay away from it. Okay? All right, let's get back to the chat here with your requests. Let's see what you guys are saying. All right, let's see here. AVAX, John. Let's look at AVAX, buddy. You're next. If you guys want any stocks, make sure you mention it as a stock and give me the ticker, please. That is so trashy, man. You know what's trashy about AVAX? Is that it started with 3 waves and went up for 3 waves and didn't even come 90%, and then it just went down to 5 waves. That is trash. That is just absolute trash. That could be some kind of leading diag, which... Or it could be some kind of a W here, that's X, and then this is Y. That could be the end. AVAX is dying. It's like almost dead. Guys, you got to remember, crypto could have a crypto winter once Bitcoin starts crashing. We could have a crypto winter on our hands. Is this some kind of diag? Man, this is ugly, man. I don't see anything pretty about this chart at all. The only thing I can say to you on AVAX is if we break out of this structure to the upside, that's going to be bullish. Hopefully you get some kind of a move up and out of here before down to zero. Because this chart looks absolute trash. Getting a nice wick. Didn't quite hit the 2618. I was hoping it would get up here. It didn't have to. But I'd love to see it come up here after this candle and then boom, hit that 2618, see what happens. That looks like a decent rejection. 5-wave move, looking for a 3-wave pullback. That's an impulse right there, guys. That's what an impulse looks like, guys. This is what impulse. Seth, this is what an impulse looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either it's done or it needs one more hit to the low. Of course, it could be a deeper 5. But that's an impulse. We would expect to see 3-wave pullback with continuation. If this develops as 3 waves, okay, which could take any form. It could be any form of 3 waves. It could be a flat, okay, but you're looking for 3 waves. Then you're looking for a short out of it. Because that's 5-wave move. It's a reversal. It's telling us probably more downsides coming. That's what that wave is telling us. "17 minutes left on this hourly candle. Let's watch and see how it closes." Okay, all right. Let's see what else. So AVAX, it's a tough chart. It looks so bearish. Your only hope is that this is some kind of, it breaks out of here. There's no real count for me. I don't see a count. I'm not a big fan of any kind of count here. I just want to see it break. Let's see if it kind of works its way up and you get a pump out of here at some point. I doubt it, but we'll see. AVAX doesn't look good. What's up, Evo? No, better late than never, man. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's look at LEC stock here. And then, hey, Mike Anthony, you want me to look at yours? Remind me of what they are, and I'll be glad to look at them, buddy. All right. LEC. Lithium American Corp. Okay, I don't know any. Let me just start by saying I don't know anything about fundamentals. Okay, I don't have any fundamental ideas about what these charts are. But let me give you an Elliott wave structure that I'm seeing here. First off, just looking at the RSI on the weekly chart here, that's bullish. Okay, that's bullish on the weekly. It has broken out to the upside. That doesn't mean it can't go down over the next week or two, but over the next several weeks or whatever, that's fine. You can get red candles here. But it is a breakout here on the RSI. It is also breaking out in price. Price is broken out bullishly on last week's candle. So that's a bullish. This is a long for me. It's a temporary long, but it's a long nevertheless. Okay. Now what is this doing here? Okay. What's happening here? Well, it seems that this is a WXY right here. W, little X wave, and then a Y wave. Okay, that's a potential count. I don't know if it's the count, but it's a potential count. And so what you got going on here is you could have a potential flat rocking where you got an A, a B, and give me a C now. Okay, which is the precursor to a much larger move to the downside. A, B, and C. So if we get some pumpiness out of this wave here, then down we go. Okay, let's looking at it from all the way back here. We've got a 5-wave structure for the most part. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 5-wave move. 2-week time frame. We have divergence in the wrong place. We got divergence there. That's looking good. Monthly. Yeah, let's go to the 4 hours, see what the 4 hours looking like. 4 hours looking pretty overbought here. At least going to retest a move to the downside. So I'd wait for on the 4 hour chart some kind of a 3-way pullback on the 4 hour chart. Something to reset the RSI to the 50 or deeper, and look for an upside after that. Now, could it pump here? Absolutely, before it gives you a pullback. Yes, but for me, this isn't an entry here at this location, especially when we're seeing divergences here on the 15-minute, and it's looking like it's going to break to the downside here. So, this could break down and then go like that. So any kind of reset on the 15 might give you an entry into a trade for a couple of bucks at least. The hourly chart just still overbought there. This is not an entry zone for me for a long. I'd be waiting for some kind of reset of the RSI back. If you see that correction right there, that correction brought the RSI all the way back, gave you hidden bull, gave you hidden bull, and gave you a reason to go long there. So watch for a 3-way pullback, resetting this this gap here, and then maybe a long out of that. That would be what I would watch for at least. On LEC. So that's tradable, but it's short term, guys. It's a short term trade. It's not like a long forever, because this is looking like it needs to come up and then break on back down. So that's the way I'd see that. I'm looking at this right here. Boom, boom, down you go. Okay, take out this liquidity, maybe this liquidity if it gets on up here, and then down sharply. So I'd be looking to short LAC in the longer term. This is the way I would look at that stock for now. But this is bullish here. That's bullish. It's broken. It's broken structures, broken price. So on the 4 hour basis, wait for a pullback and a continuation, and then you'll be good to go. Okay. All right. Let's see what else. That's LAC. Nice, John. Glad we're thinking the same way, buddy. Okay, Michael Anthony. Let's check out Dish, man. Dish Network on the Nasdaq, man. Monthly chart. You got some hidden bull, man. You got a 5-wave structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks good. That's a 5-wave structure, man. And you got divergence on the... This is the monthly chart, so keep that in mind. But you got divergence here between wave 3 and wave 5. That looks really, really good. I'd be looking bullishly at Dish Network. As long as Dish Network's going to be around here, I think Dish Network on the monthly chart is bullish. This is the buy zone. This is buy zone for me. Daily chart. Daily chart is up in the air. I could, from an Elliott standpoint, I see a hit to the low, take out that liquidity, let's go. Okay, and that looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, something like that. Let's see if we can count this wave here. Yeah, this actually may have more down after that, so this may not be finished. I got a 1, 2 right there. Oh, this might be 3. Looking good. Let's get a wave 4. Back up, resetting up here for a short for 5. Maybe not down to 0. But that could be wave 5, retesting 0, and then up. So that's a possibility. Or this is the bottom, but I don't see a wave 4 that's clear. But, you know, I'll tell you, on the daily chart, I mean, this wave right here, see that wave? Oh, come on. See that wave right there? That wave, that retested the RSI, came up with hidden bear, man. So, you know, there's possibility there. Three-day, we broken structure on the 3-day. I'm not a fan of the structure, but we've broken it. So momentum is shifting to the upside. We're at a buy zone for Dish. If you got a long-term long-term investment, we're breaking out of even this price trend right here. We've broken out. So let me look on the 15-second for Bitcoin, see what you're doing. Okay, there's a potential 3-way pullback. So here you go, guys. There's a potential count for Bitcoin. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that looks awful 5-wave-ish. In which case I'd be looking at this as A, B, and a C, something like that. Or A to here, B there to there, and then C to there. So if this turns around and comes down, I'd be looking at this. Oh, come on. I'd be looking at this as a 1, 2, or an A, B for a deeper C. Now, if it gives you that and then continues up, then that's bullish, right? Now, if this goes up from here, then this impulse gets negated. It gets invalid. So this right here, this goes up and continues, then that right there was trash is what that was. That's called trash. That's what we call it in our Discord. Where Elliott looks like, hey, we got 5-wave impulse down. We're looking to the downside. That looks... Seth, how pretty does that impulse wave look? Seth, don't let me down, buddy. How pretty does that wave look? Yeah. Back to you, Mr. Michael Gregory there. So Dish is looking like a buy, but we may not have bottomed. It looks too pretty. That's right. Let me see if I can get the recording here. Let me get my recording out. Where are you? Sound bites. All right, here it is. Seth, how's it sound?
It's pretty. Too pretty.
Let me know if y'all heard that. Let me know if you heard it. Because I believe evil is afoot.
Gentlemen, I believe
Evil is is afoot. I think feet are evil. Evil is afoot. Did you guys hear that recording? You got to let me know. Did you guys hear it? Could you hear it through my mic? We got sound effects. Perfect volume. All right. Awesome. That soundbite is courtesy of Seth Drake. He's my man. Him and Kimosabi. All right, so there you go. Dish Network from Michael Gregory. Is it Michael? No, Michael Anthony, not and John Gregory. I put you guys together. Sorry. So Michael Anthony, there you go. That looks like a buy to me all day. Otherwise, Dish Network is going under, man. They're gonna die. But that's a buy on the monthly, on the daily. So I mean, on the daily, it looks like we need a correction. Need a bit of a pullback here. So I wouldn't mind seeing a stop hunt to the low. Boom. Just hit that liquidity right there. Boom. Finish this 5-wave move right there and then go. That would be my bias. Now you got to watch out. You got to watch out that that's not 3 and then 3 and then 5 with another hit to the low before you would buy. So this might have an accumulation range taking place here with a spring later on before greater than 0. But this is bottoming. I think it's a bottoming area. I'd be at this current price. I'd be firing bullets. I'd be investing. I'm not giving financial advice, but I would be thinking about investing in Dish Network. But I'd have to look. If I were investing in a stock, I'd probably try to look at its fundamentals. Is it in danger of going out of business? Are they hanging around for a while? So yeah. All right, let's check out what was the other one? Michael Anthony. Let me know what you think about that analysis for Dish, and then let's check out Spags or Pags or whatever it is that's you got there. Passguard. Ooh, that's a 3-wave move. Let's get in the daily and see what the daily's doing. Man, that looks a lot. Man, this chart looks a lot like Bitcoin. Okay, when I look at this, I mean, look at Pags here, whatever it is. I don't know anything about this thing. I don't know anything about this, but I'm looking at that as a 3-wave. And this is very 3-wave-ish there. I'm looking for a flat here. So out of this range, I'm looking for this to maybe hit the low, okay, and then pop up. So I'm looking for this to pop up and spike here. And that might be a wave 4 of some kind, okay? 1, 2, 3. This could be some kind of 4. And then we spike down, hit the liquidity again, and then boom, back up, okay? So this might be an accumulation range as well. There's any number of ways this thing can bottom. It might have already bottomed, but I wouldn't think so, being how this looks very, very 3-wave-ish. Bitcoin looks like she's going back down. Looks like an ABC. Let's see what she's going to do. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on that guy. So yeah, watch for me as far as from an Elliott standpoint, wave structure. Wave structure's telling me up for now, but maybe another hit to the low. Watch out for this as a wave 4. Boom, boom, boom. Something like that. Retesting this wick. Filling that wick maybe. Maybe coming even back up to here to about $20. Could get that deep, but more likely 18 range. And then you get one more hit to the low. Somewhere above 0. have a final buy, and you get a spring out of it. Okay, that's a bottoming formation. I would look for something like that, but this looks like a flat and then down. So potential long right here. If you want to be real cautious about it, I'd wait. This is the 3-day chart here. I'd wait for a break of structure here to the upside. So I'd like to see this come and break this to the upside. It might be a little late for a buy, but it surely gives you a good signal here for maybe a move to the upside before down. So this is in the buy zone as well for me. I like this as a trade here. I really do. I like this as a potential trade. But this 3-day is not crystal clear. Let's look at the daily. The daily, I don't like trends when they're that wide like that. I don't like this far away. So I'm not a big fan. But this is broken to the upside, retested, and it's got some continuation. That's kind of buy-ish for me. Maybe one more hit to the low. One more low, and then up we go. So maybe one more low. Let's find some support right here, and then let's go. So if I got one more hit to the low, I'd be buying that sucker. That's a nice wave structure. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Would be a good trade. Somewhere around, I don't know, $8 or so, $8.50 range, $8.20 range, $8 range, somewhere like that. Could even take out the low and hit $7.40. Could go down and then boom, hit $18. You could double, triple your money almost on that trade. That'd be a nice little trade. What kind of gain you got from that? 100% gain. That'd be awesome. 112% gain. That would be fantastic. Nice little trade there. Oh wow, yeah. Dish looks like she's good. They both look like both of those look like good buys for me. They look like they're ready. So yeah, your analysis and mine are matching. Elliott Structure is saying upside for now. Okay, Vidal asked about. Let's see. Oh, Sport Billy 77. Speaking of sports, you guys see the Redskins game today? Commanders game today? We beat the Broncos 2-0, baby. We're doing great. Our defense is amazing. Doing a really good job. Could do a little bit better, but I'm pretty happy. Let's check out ADT, man. ADT, sure. ADT. Wish I had more price action here. I always like to mark 0 on these declining stocks. The 3-day is bearish in one sense and bullish in another sense. It's bearish in the sense that this looks like a bear flag and it needs to come down and take this low out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think a very, very good buy for you is if you get a move. If you get this move to the downside to hit this low, man, I would say $4 to $5 is a great. 450, 460, 475 is. If it breaks back to the upside, man, you ought to be buying in this zone, potentially, on ADT. It's not bad, and that looks like a flat playing out as well, with an ending diag, maybe something like that, where you got this A, B, C, No, I don't like it. I like it this way. How about this? A, B, C, and then more down. Potentially. So we might be due for a little pop here. Three. How's Bitcoin doing here? There we go. Guys, don't tell me that wave structure analysis doesn't do anything for you. It absolutely does something for you. I mean, this is 5 waves. This is 3 waves. It's acting like it should act on every time frame. So that doesn't mean it can't go up from here. It just means that looks like 3. This looks like 3 for now. But if it turns into 5, that's what we expect to see. So, yeah, this is looking decent as a 3-way move, unless it flags out for a triangle. But it doesn't look like it. It's a triangle. It's not a triangle. And this could also get more complex here. Boom, 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 and then come down. All right. That could be a 1, 2. Looking for a big 3, 4, 5. In the grand scheme of things, it would be this wave that I'm pointing to here. So any number of shapes that can make. That could be something like this, It could come down to 3 waves, take a long time, and then go. See the hidden bear on this? See the hidden bear on that sucker? That's hidden bearish divergence. Actually, it's kind of neutral. It's not hidden bear at all. Sorry, take that back. Take that back. All right, back to ADT. I mean, ADT could be coming down for another low, or she might be going up. But that looks decent. Now, again, do your own research there on the fundamentals of ADT. That's the benefit of looking at that. But it looks decent for a long. But, man, I would love to see another low hit. 5 waves. And then a rejection. Boom. Break that structure. And then go. That's what I would love to see. This as some kind of 3 wave and then down. So that's ADT for you. Sport Billy, my pleasure, sir. My pleasure. All right. Vishal asked me if I would buy cake. I love cake. Cake is sweet. Cake tastes good. Is Cake Cheesecake Factory incorporated? I'm assuming it is. Would I buy it? For a small trade, absolutely. It looks really nice. So the problem is that this looks really 3-wave-ish, right? But the problem with it is that it has broken structure on the 2-week chart, on the even the weekly chart. It has here. Let's draw that line right there. It has broken, retested, and continued. That's bearish. Okay, that's bearish. Now, what could play? That this could come down here, and then break back up and create a flat. Okay. But ultimately, it looks kind of bearish. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I would expect to see. All right. This looks very 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's done. Looking for 3 to finish. So right now, she looks like she's setting up for a pump. It looks like she's setting up to pump up the jams here over the next couple of years, maybe. So Cheesecake Factory may be ready to pump up the jams a little bit, go back up to $52. Do your own research on the Cheesecake Factory. Is it a buy yet? Not yet. Not for me. Not yet. Not until I get a little confirmation. Now, on the 4-hour chart, getting a little break to the upside here, breaking out of structure. So that's looking pretty decent. I would like to see a 5-wave structure. I have a potential 5-wave structure right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's potential. So this is looking decent. The ideal is boom, boom. So guys, he's asking for Cake USDT, not Cheesecake Factory. So there you go. There's my analysis of Cheesecake Factory. Come on, Vishal, you gotta be. Come on, you gotta give me the. You gotta give me the name, man. You gotta give me the name. Come on now. Come on, you made me look stupid. Looking at stocks, looking at Cake. Come on, man. I'll look at Cake for you. All right, I'll give you some analysis at Cake USDT. Don't do that to me again, though, guys. Give me a clear chart. I need to know what I'm looking at. All right, what am I looking at? I mean, it kind of looks bullish a little bit. She's wanting to break out here. I mean, the 12. I mean, she's wanting to break out. I got 8 hours left on this candle, but it's looking awful 3-wave-ish. I need this to start pumping up the jams, man. Let's pump up the jams. Okay, boom, boom. So there's a possibility there. Or guys, or this could rock to the low and then go. Well, thank you, Kimosabi. Thank you. Just taking a peek at some of these charts. Man, I would love to see another hit to the high. But it may not do it. She may not do it. I got 1, 2. What is that? Got hidden bear all over Ethereum. Not so much. But it's reset. Okay, Cake USDT. Yeah, higher time frame. It could pop back down, make a lower low. It can give you some divergence, and then but this could be this might be done. This might be done. This could be a 5-wave move right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 with an extended 5th. That is a very plausible count. I like it a lot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That looks good. I got divergence here between. I mean, so yeah. I mean, Cake looks like a buy, man. Would I definitely buy it here with no stop? No, not at all. But yeah, it's not a bad little one to think about buying. Is it going to definitely go? I don't know. It looks kind of corrective right now. It's got a corrective look. It's kind of overbought. Man, I think the ideal buy is if the 1 hour resets back to the downside. You know, we reset down here, create some hidden bullish divergence. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 3. I would love to see this move right here. Boom. And so that would be a 1 wave. Boom. We get a sharp spike down. There's 2. Don't break this low. And then we're long on Cake. That's the way I would have to trade it. Because we already missed an entry. We already missed our entry here. We missed our entry. So I need to see a reset of the RSI and a wave count that makes sense. A, B, C, and then up. That's how I would trade it, only if I got that move there and and then it broke structure to the upside, I would look for a buy there to the upside. Long as this low doesn't get broken, that's the stop. This isn't a good entry. Not a good entry here. If it goes up, it goes up. It's just not a good entry. So would I buy cake here? No, I would not buy cake here. If I was spot trading, would I buy cake here? I mean, maybe. Maybe. $45 left on this 4-hour candle. It's pretty bullish. I'd love to see a break of this and a hold. I would love for this count to be wrong and just to go up from here. So, all right, there's the analysis on cake. My pleasure, Vishal. No problem. I think it means thank you so much. DIA USDT. Sure, I'll check that, Mr. Arizona Digital Capital. No problem. Let's see. I got a request for weed. Where was weed? Yeah, there it is. Let me look at that. Weed. Let me look at weed here. Canopy Growth Corp. All right. All right. Daily chart. Oh, dude. I mean, the daily chart looks like it's finished from the downside. Can't get any lower than that, man, before it goes to zero. Looks like a reversal. 8-hour chart, 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart. What I would prefer to see for me to trade this and to want an upside for weed is I need to see a third wave. Let me get this third wave. Even if it goes up here and then comes down, fine. I need to see that 3 waves. Then I feel good about taking a long. I do not feel good about taking a long right here. Okay, RSI is in no man's land. Okay, now if we get a break, see, it's going to be hard to break that structure. But I wouldn't mind. I mean, even if it does this, I would almost short it for a wave. For that wave right there. 4-hour chart. Four-hour chart is it's broken to the downside here. It's below the moving average on the RSI. I could see some kind of a pullback, boom, and then down. Give me that move there. Retested this level right there. Whatever the 618 retrace is. 786, 618 retrace. And then I'm looking long after that. So love to see that move first and then that. So be patient, let that move come, and then that. Come back next week. Let's check it out. See what price action's doing next week on weed. Come join the Discord. I'll give you a regular analysis on it, buddy. All right, did weed DIA USDT? Sure. Enjoying myself looking at some of these stocks. We'll look at Binance, I suppose. Daily chart. What are you doing, man? Ooh, that's kind of a bullish chart right there for now. So this is forming a wedge here. It's kind of got a wedge rocking. Wedges are ending diags in general, but not necessarily. What's the wave structure here? A, B, C, D, E. Looks like a triangle right there. So that looks like a triangle. And I think it's a triangle. It might not be a triangle, but it looks like a triangle. It's not a triangle. Never mind. It's not a triangle. It's not. It's not a triangle. Ah. What is it? What is that right there? A wave 4? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like an ending diag is forming, maybe. That's looking bottomy there. This is looking kind of bottomy. I see 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 5 done, or need to hit one more time? Maybe one more hit, or it's done. Boom. Could that be some kind of flat working? Yeah, I like this as like a 5-wave move that's about finished. Four-hour chart, it looks like it needs a correction. I mean, 4-hour chart looks like it's a 5-wave construction here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 5. Let that finish for 5. And that looks like a flat. I got 3 up. ABC to the downside. Boom. Give me 5. Boom. Done. How does that fit in the grand scheme of things? I have no idea. No idea. That doesn't have very good wave structure at all. But maybe a hit to the high. Bust down the low. Boom. Ugh, excuse me. It looks like a wedge here on the daily chart. Boom. Probably going to respect that trend line on the RSI if it goes up. It'll probably respect it. And when it comes back down, it'll probably respect this trend. I'll bet you it stays within this trend here. It goes up, down, and it plays around here for a while. Up, down, down as it plays around. Finishes really deep, down to almost 0, and then up. I don't know. I'm kind of bearish on this one, man. But small time frame, maybe up for a little bit. But I don't know. I'm not sure. That's an I don't know burger for me. If you're new to the channel, I don't know is I don't have any clear wave structure. I don't feel good about any count here at all. The counts that I have here, I don't like them. I don't like the counts, and I don't feel good about it. So the only thing I can say is that there's maybe a diag working here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, we kind of lose the diag shape here. So this might have to come up and then down to finish. Up and then down. Then maybe it's done, and then we go, boom. Maybe. Best I got there for that one, man. Sorry about that. I'm not so feeling good. Okay. Thank you, C137. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right, guys, that's the best I can do here. Wave structure and all. Hope you guys have had a good time with it. It's been good. It's been 2.5 hours, man. A long one tonight. good to see y'all. Thanks for the likes, and hey, share the channel with your friends. I do the best I can. If you want to learn how to look at the charts the way I look at them, come join the Discord. Love to take you through my course and give you daily analysis twice a day, 2 live streams. With that said, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks, Kimosabi. Thanks, Seth, for all you do. Appreciate you, my man. Love you. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy. Behave yourselves.